Well, I thought I'd share with you guys. This truck's never left me stranded anywhere, but I guess tonight's the night. Just driving down this road here, and when I come around the, well, I was before this corner, but let me jump in there and show you. So, I'm pretty sure something happened with the transmission. It's slipping real bad, but watch, let me put it in drive real quick. It didn't even like shift. That don't sound good. This thing's just stuck here. Now I got no forward gear. Let me see if it'll go in reverse. This is so dumb, dude. Come on, dude. You already seen transmission is probably blown on this C10 here, so I was driving it last night. Things started slipping on me real bad, and I pulled over to the side of the road, checked the fluids, made sure like didn't blow the cooler line or blow a cooler or something, you know. So everything was good, levels were good. Oil, it looked good, but it just smelled rancid. You could tell that transmission oil's been burnt. So got on the marketplace first thing this morning, picked up a new transmission. I would have went with the 4L80, but I didn't want to get another computer for a transmission, so got it right here in the back of this Duramax. It's out of a Chevy Suburban. You can see right here, it's an 03, and that's what's in there is an 03 4L60. So that's what we got, is another 5.3 to a 4L60 from an 03. This one's got 148,000 miles on it, and hopefully it's a little better than that one. I mean, that one did have the Corvette servos in it and the shift kit, or so I was told. So who knows, you know, because I was also told that it was a 6.0. You never know. So the mama's eating her bone. Got Luna eating some ice. There it is on the floor. Lily already had her bone. Now she's jealous. I'm enjoying me some coffee first thing in the morning. Well, it appears I got Justin out here saving the day. Had to come snatch me and tow me back to the house. So this thing would literally not move at all. I was gonna leave it on the side of the road, but I just figured I'd drag it back to the house so I don't get a ticket. Drive shaft has been stripped out. About to start ripping that transmission out. I reckon I probably should have drained it first, but whatever. Cleaned it up. Live and you learn. All right, so we've been getting after it. We're getting that last bolt out of the bell housing right now. Got everything out of the bottom, all the flywheel bolts are out. Once we get it out, I'll pop these lines off here because it's got a different set of lines on it. Pull this shield off on the other side for the shifter linkage where it hooks up. Just need to pop that all off. Appreciate Justin here helping me. So we're getting everything transferred over from the old transmission to the new transmission. When I was driving it, and when it started slipping, when I pulled over, I was hearing it sounded like something was dragging, right? That's exactly what I was hearing inside the truck. So I'm not 100% sure if the torque converter failed or if the input shaft of the transmission failed, because man, this thing, it's got a lot of play in it. See if just the converter failed or if there's something messed up with the transmission as well on the input shaft. Once I pulled that off, I don't feel no input play on it at all. And I don't really see any, I mean, there's a little bit of wear on that, which that could be the case. We're gonna go ahead and finish swapping these things out, and look at that fluid that come out of there. Oh, that's nasty. All kinds of metallic flake in it and cloudiness. But we'll see. This one, it has a little minute play. So that transmission's somewhat up in there, fighting it the whole time. Justin's snaking in the 3 bolts that go to the top side of the bell housing to the motor. I got the 2 down here on the bottom. Let me crawl down here. So there's one right there, and there's one on the other side right over there. Already got those ran in. I'm about to put the torque converter bolts in. There's 3 bolts that go through the flywheel into the torque converter. About to run those in. And then I'm gonna, once those are all in, finish putting the bolts in the transmission, hook up those cooler lines, plug in the wiring harness to the transmission, transmount back in, throw that drive shaft back in, and then we'll be about done. So we got everything taken care of. The new transmission's in, the old transmission's over here on the floor. And I got this one put in. Justin ran to the store real quick, grabbed some fluid while I put the drive shaft in. But I got everything buttoned up, and as soon as he gets here, I'm gonna add some fluid because we drained it out because we learned our lesson last time. That one actually had a drain plug on the bottom of the pan, this one doesn't, so we drained some fluid out of it, and then when we pulled this one apart, man, it was just fluid coming everywhere as soon as we started bringing it down from the engine. We're gonna go ahead and get in there, fire this thing up, make sure it cycles and pumps the fluid through, coming through the cooler, everything's working how it should. Well. That's everything that come off this new transmission. The old one. Everything's in there. Oh boy, I almost just fired this up. Always double check yourself. I was using this so I could get the flywheel bolts, or bolts that go through the flywheel, onto the torque converter. Let's fire it up, see what happens. All right, so we got that new transmission in, we got it serviced up. So let's pull it out here, see what this thing does. But it don't feel bad. It feel pretty good when I backed it out of the driveway and pulled up over here. But we'll see what it does right now. Second. Third. It's kind of always the gamble when you buy a used transmission or a used motor if you don't really know the history of whatever you just bought it out of. But I got pretty lucky. The guy I bought it from bought it for something he was planning on doing, but he went with a different transmission. So good luck of the draw, more or less. I picked this one up. It was a steal, so I couldn't have beat the price I had to pay for it. So we got that C10 back on the road. New transmission, new to me transmission. There she is out there. Got her running, got her driving, no complaints. So that's going to do it for today's video. And if you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Turn that bell on if you have to, because you don't want to miss one of these uploads now.